I got into real estate kind of by accident, actually, literally by accident. I was running a painting company at the time. We took a little vacation to visit my wife's parents' property in West Virginia, and I was just going way too fast on this four-wheeler, and I flipped over the handlebars, hit a rut. Four-wheeler landed on my leg. Thank God it wasn't my head, and I had some extra time, to say the least, laid up on the couch to read, just bored, and I've always been an avid reader since the day I got that book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I went to this bookshelf that I had in my office. I can remember it perfectly, and a lot of the books there, I'll admit, I hadn't read yet. I'm the kind of person that buys a lot of books, doesn't read half of them, but I got a really nice library. So I don't know why, but this day I pulled off the shelf Millionaire Real Estate Agent, and what that book taught me is that it's not just being a real estate agent. We're truly all entrepreneurs. And in my heart, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I was like, you know what, real estate might be for me. So literally a couple months later, I was licensed, ready to rock and roll. And I'm like, man, I'm going to crush this thing. I'm going to sell 50 houses in my first year, rookie of the year. And then I'm 6 months in, sold one house, and I'm like, okay, I think I need some help. So it was around that time. I heard about this real estate conference, and I'm like, okay, I've always been growth minded. Let me check this conference out and see if I can get some help here. So I show up. I'm excited. I'm wearing this cheap suit that I probably got from my high school prom, and I'm just ready to rock. I'm sitting about halfway, really as close to the front as I could get on the cheap ticket that I bought, and I'm sitting there. I see everyone in front. The front row at conferences, I love, not only because you can learn more and really stay engaged, but the people up there are awesome. So I'm watching the people in the front, and they're like all talking to each other. They're dressed in nice clothes. They just look successful. They look like they belonged. And I was sitting there by myself, and I'm like, man, I just want to sit in the front one day and have that. And I also noticed that they had lanyards on that said one-on-one coaching. So I'm like, okay, people in the front, they paid a lot for the ticket. They got a coach apparently, not really quite sure what that is yet, but I think I should probably get one at some point, but I'm dead broke. So I'm sitting there and taking crazy notes, jam-packed, like some of you might be feeling a little tight in your seat right now. And I crossed my leg to take notes to get a little more comfortable, and I noticed there's a hole in my shoe. And I'm like 26 at the time. I'm like, what is going on? Live in the greatest country in the world. I'm a grown adult, and here I am with a hole in my shoe. The first thought I had was like, did that person next to me just see the hole in my shoe? Because that's embarrassing. And the second thought I had was just like, man, like, I'm an imposter. Like, what am I doing? I'm here in Las Vegas having a great time. My wife's home working as an ICU nurse, 14-hour shifts. That's hard work. People literally dying while she's working. And I'm over here not doing what I know I should already be doing, which is prospecting, lead generation. Some of you might know what you already should be doing for agent attraction, but just aren't yet. So I was like, enough's enough. I'm going to make this happen for me and my family. And what's cool is, like, in that moment, I felt this small, but I quickly changed it and decided and committed in my mind that I was going to do whatever it took to be successful. And you guys can make that decision today. So I went all in. That week, I hired a coach. Thank you, Capital One credit card, for that. I was all in, but like it's true. Like, when you actually invest money in yourself, like all of you guys did today, congratulations on that, getting here. You got skin in the game now. You're going to operate at a different level leaving here this week. And I'm so excited for you guys to do that. So I fly back to North Carolina, start selling. Happy to say I only sold 6 houses in my first year still. I did get Rookie of the Year somehow. That's kind of funny. And but what was cool is my second year I sold 36 houses. And today, thank you. Today I stand before you in some brand new, crispy white Cole Haan shoes with no holes. So the point is, if things are going to change in your life, then you need to change. And I highly, highly urge you to just have the sense of urgency to figure out, like, what is stopping you from achieving your goals. Identify it and eliminate it, because there's something there that you need to find. So the secrets to success that I discovered that worked for me when selling real estate was, number one, hire a coach. to hold you accountable and teach you how to follow a proven, repeatable process. Pretty simple. Number 2, prospect for 2 to 3 hours a day, contacting over 100 sellers per week. My goal is to be a listing agent. Start a peer mastermind group to get added accountability and to practice your skills with. And little hint here, these secrets work for RevShare too, guys. That's what's beautiful. RevShare goes in alignment so well with selling homes. And what's even better is you probably only got to talk to like 5 to 10 people a week if you really want to build a big RevShare team. I was doing 100 a week calling expired listings. Now that's hard work.